Today we are starting to combat our winter by installing the next level of insulation, which is going to be this fleece from Dodo Mat. It's called the Dodo Thermo Fleece. It's basically going absolutely everywhere. Now that all the cables are run, I can fill in all these gaps, all of these little gaps in here. Let's get cracking. Sticking this fleece to the wall is as simple as using some spray contact adhesive, but I feel like over time with heat and cold, this is going to eventually give way and the insulation is going to sag down and just sit at the bottom here, leaving like a gap of none of the fleece at the top. So what I've got to combat that is a simple fix. I've got these. They're used in the insulation world. They are adhesive backed spikes. You stick them onto the wall like this. You push the thermo fleece onto the spike, which will hold it and stop it from falling down. And then on the end of the spike, so that you don't have a scary spike inside your wall, these little caps push onto the end, and once you push that on, it locks it on. I'm going to put a row of spikes halfway and a row of spikes at the top. Push this stuff on. Look how strong this is. It's bending the metal before the adhesive comes off. Not only is the fleece dusty, but the adhesive's also bad for you. More of that. Let's go. Now I know that's going to work. What I'm actually going to do first is fill up all the columns, all the top bits, get that done first, and then finish off the big sections last. It's actually mad how different it sounds in here now. This whole section's done, all up here, this section here, and this section here. Because I'm recessing to allow the maximum length of bed possible, I can't fit the thermo fleece here, so I'm just going to put another layer of the Thermoliner Pro in, which will bring it nicely up to where the wood's got to go in there. The only bits left I have to do is in this pillar above the door, and then the doors themselves. I'm going to do the ceiling right before I actually board the ceiling, because I feel like even if I spray glue it up, it's just going to fall off unless I do it right before I actually put the ceiling up. And I'm not putting the ceiling up until after I've done a few other things. So I've used this foil tape here instead of glue in the door, because there's a lot of like moving parts, pulleys, cables and things that might need access in the future, and I don't want to have to like pull away all this glue. There's going to be a cover going on this door. This foil tape is just to hold it until the cover is on. It was also important to think about all this void here. It's quite a big area, and you are able to get up around this metal here. You can get up and in. So I have filled all of these voids with the insulation as well. I know most of the heat loss is going to happen through the window, and I'm going to have insulated window covers for at night, but I'm still going to try my best to insulate the van as best as possible there. I'm about to leave the space just there, because when the door closes, the arm goes into that space. Same on the other side as well. These sections I'm going to do similar to the ceiling. Right before I cover them with boarding, I'm going to do those sections, because I feel like they're just going to fall off, especially while opening and closing doors. So that is all of the insulation done. All that's left to do is the ceiling and these panels on the doors once I am able to do that. So thanks for watching. I'm definitely glad I ran all the first fix wiring in first, because that would have been a nightmare to do after this. If you want to see me do that, check out the video on screen now. Consider subscribing to follow the entire process of me turning this van into a tiny home, and I will see you in the next one.